Afizgun Hashem. Hashem loves you all. This is Your Creation 13. I'm Sarsi Bay. And today I just want to make a quick video, kind of go with my last video I made, is, being aware, that the Most High is within you. Christ's teachings are within you. You have the right and the privilege to self-teach yourself. You have to be willing and humble within yourself to teach and train yourself, to be respectful to yourself, to be respectful to others. But you have the choice to self-teach yourself. You have to gain that trust that you can do this. It's great to turn the word fellowship with others is okay. You can talk and relate with others, but you have to realize that you are your own teacher, and the Most High is there to remind you of these, and Christ is there to teach you and help you through your life. That is the basic foundation, and that's what Christ tells you. You have the teachings. No matter what religion you're in, you have the teachings there for you. You just have to decrypt them, which stinks within itself, but that's just kind of how it is. So basically what this video is made for is to look at churches differently and look who is inside the churches. Okay, so you have to be aware that churches are man-made. All churches are man-made, and they are structured like a business. You got the head CEO of the church, and then you got the second in command, vice presidents, so on and so forth. They're named differently. You got your bishops and whatever it may be, all the way to the peasants, which would be the worshipers. Okay, worshipers, key word right there. And you can look at that too. When you are in a church, you have that person that is on a pedestal. I think if you really want to look at it in a better term, you can look at the Catholics and how they represent their Pope as a king. Oh my gosh, man. They really acknowledge him as a king and a god. That is everything that is totally against Christ's teachings. That gives you a good example. Like, say you got a pastor up there, he's pointing fingers and the words are coming out of his mouth. It's still a man-made structure. Now, don't get me wrong, you still can learn things, but you don't want to look at a pastor or a pope as something higher or greater than yourself. All men are created equally, and it says right in there, all men are created equally. The only reason why things are unequal right now is because man made the structures. They threw out the Most High's laws and teachings, and they threw out Christ's teachings. We are all equal within ourselves. You may not need a leader to worship. You have to look at who is responsible. That's the key word, is responsible. Who is going to take the role of responsibility? I think if things were ran differently, and I'm talking about business here, everything is run by business. I think if businesses were run differently in forms of responsibility, and those titles were generated in the responsibility aspect and not in the to get into your head aspect, because a lot of people get titles like a CEO and stuff, and it goes to their head. It makes them feel like they are God, and that the people lower than them are expendable, and that you can just toss them away and just get somebody else to replace them. No person can be replaced, right? Not everybody works the same, but no person can be replaced, because each person is their own individual being, unless they're a robot or possessed, which that's very true too. But those who are smart, educated, think for themselves and not rely on other people's opinions, will understand responsibility, and where I'm going with this. So, basically, we're talking about churches here, so let me get back to that. So churches are ran like businesses, and if you pay attention to this, you realize, that these churches are ran in a idol worshiping fashion. They create these humongous buildings and altars, saying that we need to go in them to please the Most High, right? To please the Most High. And that if you don't do this, and you're going to go to hell, and things of that nature. They use fear-mongering. They use these tactics to brainwash the masses. And proof is everywhere with this. And, and people use this, like on YouTube and stuff, and just even in towns themselves, they will claim that they are a Christ, or they will claim that they got the Spirit of God, or that they are high above you, that they rule, how things go. They run timelines. It's New Age aspect. New Age groups and things like that. They throw things at you. And that's why I read that in my previous video. I read Matthew 23, and that's that very thing. Is that people are going to claim to be Christ, and that's what Christ says in there. Many people are going to claim to be Christ. They're going to claim that the energy of Christ is within them, and that they need to be worshipped and bowed down to. That's never the case. And you're never going to know when, and this is one of the things that you have to be aware, is that Christ's energy can and will come back. That's why I'm talking. It's listening to, it's being aware of the teachings of Christ. It's hard to say that, because you can contradict yourself so much with that. That's why it's so important to just follow the Most High and follow Christ's teachings. Period. Don't follow a man. Just like my words here. My words are here as research and to help you to get a better relationship with the Most High and with the Christ teachings. That's it. That's what all these videos are for, is to help you make your life better. And I'm not telling you that you need to be below me. I encourage you to walk beside me. And any good person that is helping you out in life should have that motto. If anybody says that they are a teacher and master over you, then they're not for you. And it is hard, because in some aspects it is good to have somebody, but that role, that title needs to change. There's so many things that need to change in this world, and it's frustrating with me, because it's still that king, queen, peasant role that has been going on forever. It's learning that we're equals, and that those who are more responsible with their lives can help aid those who need that encouragement to become more responsible in their lives. So with that being said, like I said, look for the ones that are here like myself to help aid you in your life. Walk beside me. Look for those who encourage you to walk beside them, not below them, beside them. For no man, no woman is ever higher than you. They may claim to be, which is why I read Matthew 23, they will claim to be higher than you, but they are the false hypocrites that Christ warned you about. So definitely remember that, because there's a lot of New Age, and a lot of people that are claiming the energy of the gods, which is what I'll be talking about in the next video. The energy of the gods are within them, so they feel that they are higher than you. So definitely take heed for whoever watches this video. And that being said, you're going to come across people who lack responsibility, who don't want to follow the Most High or understand the Most High. They don't want to follow Christ's teachings. They want to do their own. They want to do their own thing. They want to allow their ego sin to overtake them, and that's just how it is. It's people are so. We live in a world. We live in a world now where it's all about image. It's all about self-image, idolizing yourself, which is where all these selfies come in. Oh, I'm gonna live my life this way. Oh, we're going to offend somebody, so we have to allow everybody to do stupid, immoral, dishonoring family value stuff. It's gotten bad. Like I said, it's a Sodom and Gomorrah lifestyle. In America right now. If you go in other countries, it's a little more traditional. A little more harsher, but it's a little more traditional overseas than it is here in America. America has just gone way overboard. And that's, again, why I read Matthew 23, because it really shows the hypocritical views of the government that we have. They have created themselves as gods, and what they say goes, and that's just the end of it. So they don't want to deal with anything, and they devalue family values. But that is going to be coming back. I have full faith it is coming back. There's a lot of promise in the roles that are within the government at the moment. But like I said, things have changed, and the laws will be changing a lot. So that's where you just have to have your full faith and trust in the Most High and follow Christ's teachings. So I'll go ahead and end it on this. Hopefully this makes sense. But at the end of the day, this video is designed to make you aware that if you need guidance, make sure the person you're listening to wants you to walk beside them. Not behind them, not in front of them, but walk beside them. Those are the ones that you need to listen to. So, anyways, that being said, I love you all. Keep shining bright. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Respect others, even if they are hypocrites in some way. Respect them for who they are. And just lead by example. You have to lead by example in some way, shape, or form. Because the more responsible you are, those who lack responsibility will see that you are more balanced in your life, and that's either going to really tick them off, or they're going to learn from it, and then they will walk beside you. That's the key word, walk beside you, and then things will go from there. Because the more responsible you are, it's like a virus. Responsibility will be gained with respect, as long as you respect yourself. Just keep thinking. Alright, so I'll go ahead and end it like that. If you got any questions, let me know. Yeah, so I'll talk to you later.